Good late evening, everybody. Here I'm Simply Butch, and welcome to another edition of Butch On Sports. Simply Butch, I am him. Is on the duty here to give you the sports news that you just can't get away from, and then some. Just now, we after 11 o'clock, about 15 after 11, we're starting off this particular podcast. We're giving you the news right now. Colorado beats Tampa Bay in overtime with the final score of 4-3 there. Andre Burakovsky with the winning goal in net for the Colorado Avalanche. They start off the series with a 1-0 count in series, the best of seven. First one win four wins. Yes, indeed. That second game will take place on Saturday night at 8 o'clock on ABC if you're watching TV. Or catch a plane to Colorado and see if you can get a ticket. I'm just saying. It's over the hump. Detroit Tigers rookie Cody Clemens, the son of Major League Baseball pitcher and legend Roger Clemens, made his debut as a big league pitcher on Wednesday for the Detroit Tigers. Need I say more that the Detroit Tigers really look terribly bad here, and I'll get to all of that in a moment there, but young Cody had a pitch in the eighth inning. And yes, he was roughed up. He's throwing the ball about 40 miles an hour, like he's throwing a softball or something. But Detroit loses the game by a final score of 13-0. 10-0. And one game where basically they made it close, but again they ran out of gas. The Chicago White Sox sweep the series. The Detroit Tigers are now 11 and a half games back of first place Minnesota. And Cleveland is on their tail as well. Because those are the only two teams that are winning at this point in time. I don't know what to say about the Detroit Tigers per se. I tell you what Tony La Russa said after the game. He said this was a good day for everyone who came to work. White Sox manager Tony La Russa said that. Early on, we had to make some plays, so they couldn't get back into the game. The White Sox finished with 22 hits compared to the Detroit Tigers' 4. Now, Ray Charles can see there's something wrong with the Detroit Tigers internally there. They did have a clubhouse meeting after the fact that kept the media out the reins of the locker room for at least a half an hour or more. I said it the other day and on the Game Sports Show, and I'll say it again. There's something going on rotten in Denmark in there. And right now, I will say there's some clubhouse things that are not right. There are some coaching moves that are not right. And when the players don't respond to what the coaches want to bring out into the open, and the upper management has so much hope and promise, and they probably still do. But right now, the message is not getting across to the people who are on the field, and that's the players. And something has to be done about that quick, fast, and in a hurry. And until that happens, oh well. Oh well. Let's move on here. Can I talk about? Yes, let's talk about it. Let's talk about the NBA. And the Warriors are up 3-2. And they go to Boston on Thursday night. Need I say more? Boston must win. The Warriors feel this. They need to take care of business in Boston and get this over with. I believe they're right. Because anything can happen in the seventh game. Again. And Steph Curry was not the big bad boogie bear either. Other players like Wiggins and Looney came up front and personal on Boston and played better defense than they did. So there. What a life here. The Washington Commanders owner Daniel Snyder said he will not appear in a hearing before the House Committee of Oversight and Reform after declining its request Wednesday, according to a 4-page letter obtained by Axios. The NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell, however, will appear before that committee remotely to discuss his league's most scandalous plagued team, per Mark Mass of the Washington Post. Make sure I didn't say that. Snyder and Goodell were both asked on June the 1st to testify for a hearing that was scheduled on June 22nd, stemming from the committee's investigation of allegations of workplace misconduct within the Commanders organization, as well as the NFL internal probe of the allegations. Let's put it that way. George Kittle, you know who George Kittle is. George Kittle is the tight end for the San Francisco 49ers. And he doesn't believe a 1-week bye is enough for NFL players who engage on a 17-game season. The San Francisco 49er tight end told comedian Kevin Hart on his Cold as Balls show this week that he wanted the NFL to add an additional second bye to the week so players could recover better. This is a huge physical toll, Kittle said, and like 17 games, it's a lot. A lot of games with one bye, whether it's the 4th week or bye in the 11th week. I'm an advocate for 2 byes. That's what Kittle said on the Kevin Hart show. How many people listen to the Kevin Hart show? Okay. How many people listen to Butch On Sports? I do. Yep. Figures. Of course, I'm not going to bring that kind of language up in that kind of opinionated. It's not even going to wash. Luka Doncic has a new pick-and-roll partner while the Houston Rockets, once again, are again retooling for the future. The Dallas Mavericks reached a deal to acquire the big man Christian Wood from the Houston Rockets for exchange for Bobak Michalovic, Sterling Brown, Trey Burke, Marquise Chris, and the number 26 overall pick, according to the Atlantic Sham newspaper. I'm just saying. Christian Wood is a doggone good player. He was a doggone good player for the Detroit Pistons, and I hated for them to get rid of him because he brought something to the table of all the players. And when he went to Houston, he brought something to the table. I do believe that he's going to bring something to Dallas's table. While he empty out a bunch of players who don't play at all or hardly ever play. Good move for Dallas. Great move if Christian Wood can stay healthy. The Board of Wrestling Entertainment Company, the WWE, is investigating payments that CEO Vince McMahon made to a female employee, some who claim misconduct against McMahon and other WWE executives that barred from a speaking out about the agreements. The Wall Street Journal first reported this on Wednesday. The investigation started in April after the board received a tip about a $3 million payment to a now former female employee that Vince McMahon was alleged having an affair with, according to the Journal. The agreement reportedly prohibits employees, a paralegal at the time, from discussing this allegation of the affair. Oh my. Wall Street Journal stuff. Let's move on here. Something a little bit more intelligent here. All this rotten news here. And how's the weather for you boys and girls in Southeast Michigan? I'm in air condition. The softball setup this year for the MHSAA. That's for the women, or the girls, I should say. For Division One on June 16th, Matar against Allen Park. That's at 10 a.m. Hudsonville versus a team that I don't have the information on. That will happen at 12:30 in Division One. The winners of those two particular games will go on for the finals on Saturday. Division Two, 16th as well. As Essexville Garber against Trenton, another downriver team. Two of them I just mentioned. Allen Park is one of them. Escanaba against Stephenville Lakeshore. Division Two game is at 3 o'clock. Other Division Two game is at 5:30. Now on the 17th, Division Three will take a stand at Millington versus Algonaut. That'll be a 10 a.m. game. Granville Calvin Christian versus EVAT. That's at 12:30. That's Division 3, June 17th. And Division 4, same date, June 17th. We'll have Mount Pleasant Sacred Heart versus Ottawa Lake Whiteford. And the other game, that's at 10 o'clock, by the way. It's Unionville Cibois against Pickford. That's a 12:30 game on the 17th. On the 18th is the finals. Division 1's at 10 a.m. Division 2, 12:30. There you have it, boys and girls. Division 3 is at 3 p.m. Division 4 is at 5:30. There's always 4 divisions there. Let me move on with the boys' baseball here. Division 1 on June 17th, Battle Creek Lakeview versus Grove Point North. It's a 9 a.m. game. That's in Division 1. Forest Hill Northern versus Orchard Lake St. Mary's. That's the 11:30 game. That's in Division 1 as well, 11:30. Division 2 has Groves Hill versus Grand Rapids Christian, 9 a.m. Groves Hill, another downriver team. Forest Hill Eastern against Goodrich is at 11:30. That's for Division 2. And that is on, by the way, on the 17th. The Division 2 game is on the 16th. The Division 1 game is on the 17th. Now I'll get to Division 3, which is on the 17th. Detroit Edison against Pewaukee West Fairlands. And also Buchanan against Standish Sterling. Standish Sterling has a nice little ring to it there. That's a 5 o'clock game. The other one, Detroit Edison against Pewaukee, is at 2:30 p.m. That's on the 17th. That's Division 3. Division 4 is on the 16th. Whitmore Lake versus Beale City, 2:30. Rivers View, Gabriel Richard against Rutledge. It's a 5 o'clock game. Another downriver team against the up northern team there. Just ought to be swell. Ought to be swell indeed. Now the finals is on the 18th at McLean Stadium in East Lansing. That's Division 1 at 2:30. Division 2 at 9 a.m. Division 3 at 5 p.m. Division 4 at 11:30 a.m. So you got all the deals in town for baseball, the way it should be done there. Do I have any more information of sports there? I gotta look. I definitely have to look here. No, I don't. So after that, boys and girls, this weekend, we're done. We're done, period. For baseball and all the other good sports, spring, summer sports, in the state of Michigan, long vacation until we talk about football again. And some of the doggone teams right now are meeting and greeting those football players and having official or unofficial practices there. You call it for what it's worth. But they are meeting up and they're getting acquainted. So there. Okay. I kind of enjoyed my time. I hope you did too, boys and girls, on Yes, on a Wednesday, hot, steamy Wednesday here in, again, southeastern Michigan. Heat index 105 degrees at one point here. In the suburbs of Southgate and Romulus, I tell you, it was warm. It's still warm. Heat index is 93 at almost 11:30 p.m. Oh boy. Well, we'll get over it. We'll get by. Hey, Butch On Sports is a presentation of Oh My Darling Production. Check out Butch On Sports on Facebook, always on Facebook. Or go to the homepage at Podomatic.com. Type in simplyButchoo.Podomatic.com. You can also go to GameSportsShow.Podbean.com. They get all the goodies and stuff there with the Game Sports shows, collaboration of shows all through the week, in a month, and even some past shows as well there. And also, don't forget to listen to the Game Sports Show on Mondays. Back on Mondays, boys and girls, from 6 to 8 o'clock with Scott Nason, Dave McKagan, and yes, myself, and guests galore. Fill out the 2-hour extravaganza of sports news. Again, yes, I tell you, you can't get enough of. I am going to get cool, calm, and collected here. Get a lot of popsicles and goodies and stuff there. And you too have a great, 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 great weekend starting today. Hey, talk to you later, boys and girls.